For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
You're listening to
Northern Light Public Radio
on 102.7 KCHW.
Chewelah.
Of course we're ready. We're always ready.
Especially when you play that music.
All right.
Right?
Yeah,
Come
and
on.
I hear my horse come in.
Yeah.
I get Sharon fired up.
I have to invite everybody. I just was sending out links to our live feed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the KCHW Morning Show. It is Wednesday, November 20th.
Yes.
It is snowing outside. I don't know if you guys saw that. The
Yeah.
big flakes. My dogs came in earlier, and they were like snowballs coming in the house. It was
But when I
about an hour
came,
and a
it
half
was
ago.
raining.
Yeah.
I was just going to say,
Just
it
a
keeps
minute or
changing
two
from
later.
snow to rain.
Yeah.
I'm like, snow.
Yeah, but I have to go to Spokane tomorrow, so I'm going to want it put off.
This morning, a little after 6, it was big, huge flakes. Almost like big.
You
almost
were
snowballs
up at
coming
a
down.
quarter after 6?
I always get up that early.
Oh.
I just have a hard time getting out of the house is the problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, not always. The days I don't have to be here in the morning, I do not wake up that early. No. Speaking of the weather, we have there's a weather advisory. I saw it mostly affecting the coast over there. It's called
and it looks like central Washington is getting hit.
a bomb cyclone is what they're calling it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And as of one report yesterday, up in some of the higher coastal regions, they're calling for 15 to 20 inches of rain. Not 15 to 20 inches of snow, 15 to 20 inches of rain, which is absolutely
That's crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is
That
crazy.
can cause a lot of damage.
I saw one
Yeah.
report that said that there's going to be so much rain, the ground will be so saturated that it puts the trees in danger of falling because the ground will be so muddy that it's actually going to affect the root structure of some of the trees in those areas.
Wow.
I don't know how true that is.
And
'cause
where
aren't they
is
tangled
that?
up
Where
together?
is
Yeah, I
that
was going to say,
specifically?
that's not here, though.
They're saying in the coastal regions, like all the way up to about Snoqualmie Pass.
Wow.
And the
Wow.
Snoqualmie Pass is getting
They're getting hammered.
hammered.
Yeah, and
Hammered
Tahoe
right
got
now.
hammered. Yeah.
Who?
Tahoe
Oh, like,
in California, Northern California.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, my feet is doing this weird thing.
I thought Tahoe was in Nevada. That shows how dumb I am.
No, it's not. It's on the border. You go over Highway 50.
I thought it was
And
Nevada, too.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Nevada, California. It's like right there on the
See?
on the border.
See, Sharon, we're right.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was Nevada, California.
Oh,
I had no idea.
it's on the border.
Geography wasn't my best subject in school. Yeah, actually, it was my worst.
It's just my favorite highway. That's how I know.
Is
I
that-
love
is-
Highway 50.
Oh.
The loneliest highway.
Oh.
Yes.
Usually when I go through that area, I take 101.
Okay, east or west, Chuck? East or west?
Okay. I was thinking north to south.
No.
Okay.
East or west? No, Highway 50 is actually one of the original two-lane highways that crisscrossed the United States before the interstate system was built. And so if you ever have a chance, you can go and you can drive on the original highways. And they're less populated. You know, you don't have 8 lanes of screaming traffic at like 100 miles an hour. You get to see a lot of neat small town stuff that you wouldn't normally get to see. And it's a beautiful drive.
And that number was Highway
50?
Oh, Highway 50. Yeah.
So a bit of trivia is that even numbers go east and west, and odd numbers go north and south.
Oh.
395 goes north and south. 101 goes north and south. Highway 10, Highway 90, Highway 50 go east and west.
Yeah.
But doesn't Highway 2 that runs from Spokane to Newport, doesn't that go north and south?
I don't know, but that's just trivia that I learned when I was a kid, you know.
Yeah, Highway 2.
And that's what it usually
that's Newport
was.
Highway that goes past Colbert and Meade.
Yeah.
And
So,
that's north and south, right?
well, yeah, but maybe it kind of goes
Maybe
east.
there's always
I was
maybe
going to say,
there's
it's got to
exceptions.
be, there's got to be some kind of curve in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yes, I did know that. I had heard that. That's cool.
You know,
And I don't know if that's just federal highways,
That
because
could be.
state highways might be different. And
Okay.
Could be.
Two,
Yeah.
that makes
Highway
sense.
2 would be a state highway,
Yeah.
possibly. Yeah.
Okay, now I have to look that up.
I did
Yeah.
see. We were never able to make it out of our way to go there, but there was one. These all across America, these little small towns that kind of got decimated when the interstate system went through. One town, in an effort to bring people back to their town, they did. Maybe you'll know what I'm talking about. The rumble strips that go in the road. You know, they'll wake you up when you go off the road.
Yeah.
They put those in the middle of the road, and if you drive the speed limit, it plays a song. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah, it actually will play a song as you're driving down the road. And this town did that in their highway, one of the old
Wow.
original highways,
Uh-huh.
right through the downtown area. So people will go out of their way to leave the
Huh,
interstate,
how
go
fun.
through their town,
Experience the rumble strip song.
and experience the rumble strip song.
Got to make you wonder what song they did with the rumble strips, right?
So this brings us right back to Chewelah. What kind of weather are we having for the next week?
Well, this morning it says snow and rain. We'll give way to a mixture of rain and snow this afternoon, or snow this morning rather. A high of 38 degrees. Let's see, 5 to 10 mile an hour winds. 100% chance of rain or precipitation. 1 to 3 inches of snow expected overnight. Then, or during the day, rather. 34 degrees overnight with periods of rain and snow again. Tomorrow, a high of 40 degrees, low of 37. Again with that mix of rain and snow showers. 62% chance. 43 and 37 on Friday with rain in the forecast. 95% chance. No snow, though. Then Saturday, back to that mix of rain and snow with a high of 41, low of 33. Sunday, calling for snow. Snow only in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, with a high of 40, low of 28 degrees. Then Monday of next week, 39 for the high, 30 for that overnight low. Mostly cloudy skies, might be drying up a little bit. Maybe even a little bit of sun poking out here and there.
It's going to be cold. And then Thursday through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, snow showers.
Yeah.
And all below 40.
Yeah.
All those
Yep.
temperatures are below 40.
And in the 20s at night. One night has 20 degrees for the overnight low.
Yeah, well, we show 21 degrees, but yeah.
Yeah.
This is cool. And you know, the cyclone, the bomb cyclone, they're saying the winds were going to be super strong, and yet we are lucking out here in the valley, Chewelah Valley, that we're going to be avoiding all those heavy winds that I know last night I was on the phone with people from Seattle, and we were on a conference when that started hitting, the storm started hitting, and they lost power, the lights were flickering, all kinds of stuff was going on. So hearing them and hearing their experience over there on the west side, I was like, oh my gosh, hope you have your candles. You guys are okay.
I did see a pretty scary video of the wind whipping, trees falling over.
Right?
Trees. One was, I believe, a tree falling into the power line,
Oh my
sparks
gosh.
going off.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, scary stuff.
Phew, we're here in the Chewelah Valley. We're safe. And we will get snow. I'm having a hard time putting my reindeer out without, snow. Because it's reindeer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
But see, you put them out before the snow falls, and then you don't have to put them out in the snow.
I know, but
Paula.
I want to put them out. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll get them out.
You're running out of time. It's almost Thanksgiving weekend.
I know. I'm late. I'm so late. Okay.
But if you put them out too early, then Thanksgiving becomes a forgotten holiday.
Well, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so that's okay with us.
Okay.
I've scandalized Sharon.
Oh, my. Well, I don't know that we celebrate it as much as we eat a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and
That's what.
everybody's like, oh, well, it's our day to give thanks, and we have gratitudes as part of our everyday. So it's just not something that,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we celebrate Wolfenoot, Sharon, Wolfenoot on the
Okay.
23rd this weekend,
Well, I regularly go out and howl at the moon anyway.
right?
So, yeah.
Now you have an excuse.
All right. So today on our Chewila Valley Alliance Club calendar, we have Andy Willard. Looks like Tammy Dorrance, rather. Sorry, I couldn't tell if it was an M or an N. This lighting, this lettering is so small. And then our last one here, we have a young lady named Laura Ritchie with a birthday today.
Wow.
That's my wife. She's on the calendar. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, honey. Yeah.
Happy birthday. Happy day. Happy birthday. Yay. Yay.
She's
There,
not
see?
listening. She's sleeping.
We are going to go, and then I have the menu
Yeah.
here.
do that.
And so, of course, on Wednesdays, we have this, what is this again, Sharon? I think you looked
I
it
don't
up.
know. It looks like a black hat menu.
I think somebody looked that up. What is that?
Let's see if I can read it. Okay. That is the rotating
That's
breakfast
the rotating breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
Yes, the poor kids on Wednesdays have to chase down their sandwich, and they get fruit or juice with that and something else. Or they can have a fruit breakfast parfait with granola, kind of redundant since usually a parfait has granola in it, right?
Usually, maybe just get a little extra shot of granola on the side.
Gotcha.
In case you
Okay.
didn't get enough.
With fruit or juice, or they can have a variety of cereal with their cheese stick or yogurt with fruit or juice, or they can have bread or a muffin with a cheese stick or yogurt and fruit or juice. So lots of options for kids on Wednesdays. And then for lunch, we have for the 20th orange chicken, rice,
Nice.
fruit, and veggies. So
Outstanding.
yummy.
Yeah.
It'd be
Well,
good.
Not to confuse anybody, but tomorrow they have chicken Alfredo, which we never had chicken Alfredo in school, did we? Did you?
Not us.
Right?
I don't remember
I don't
anything
think
like
so. I don't remember chicken Alfredo, but anything that has like a sauce on it can technically be like chicken Alfredo.
That's true.
Maybe
That's
they
true.
it's the extra gravy from something, and they're just like, yeah, chicken Alfredo. No, I hear there's a really really good chef over there. I'm giving him a hard time.
No, I've heard. Yeah, they're doing cool things over there. in the
Yeah,
school.
really
They've
good food options for the kids.
Kind of stepped it up and really got the. For a while it seems
Right.
like schools were. I remember it was a thing. I don't remember if it was here. I don't think it was here. I think it was back where I'm from in Alaska when my stepkids were in school. The schools just gave up and started having local pizza places deliver pizza every day.
Oh, how funny!
That's what they
Some
did.
schools have like Taco Bell or whatever right in their cafeteria. And
We had a Taco Bell in our cafeteria,
That's
but it was one of the
crazy.
options. We had a Taco Bell, we had a Subway,
yeah.
and then we had the regular like a la carte menu, and then we had the one where like you'd get the tray with all the different meals on it.
Yeah.
Of course, nobody opted for that with Taco Bell there, but yeah, for a while there, they were that's all the kids got was pizza. Like that was their option was
Wow.
pizza. I think they might have done a salad with it, but yeah.
That seems like dietarily restrictive.
Yeah.
And for the people, when you have these fast food restaurants or these restaurants coming in, what about the low income kids? What do they get? Do they still get pizza, or do they just have to starve?
I think there were always options like, because they had, I know when I was in school, they had cards, like
Have
little-
your bread and cheese. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Glass of water and a crust of bread. Wow.
You're talking about card.
Yeah,
not-
card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mind heard carb.
Carb,
Well,
yeah.
they got that too.
Yeah, they just go over there to the carb section, throw some bread on a plate. You guys are
Okay, Craig McQuain says, good morning, Chuck, Sharon, and Paula. Two
Good morning,
stones,
Craig.
one bird rehearsal today if we're not buried in the snow. Have a great day, KCHW. And then he sings, happy birthday, Laura, singing low harmony. Happy, happy birthday. Yay.
See, he knows me
There
so
we go.
well. Thank you, Craig. You rock. Oh my
Morning,
gosh, we
Craig.
were at the Blues Jam on Sunday, right? It was our cast party, and then the Blues Jam was going on at the same time. That
was amazing.
So cool.
It was
Yeah,
incredible, yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah, and I've never heard your husband sing like that.
He's good.
That was, like,
He's
everyone was
good.
blown away. That was incredible.
I know. He's really good. He
Wow.
surprises you guys. You have no idea. I keep saying Daniel has got, he's got talents.
No, I was impressed. That was a really good time.
Oh, he had a blast. We all had so much fun.
It was.
It was neat. And then the lady, she got up and she sang. She was amazing.
The lady.
The lady.
The
you know,
lady.
The lady.
Lady.
Tad's mom.
Sine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sounded great.
Yeah, she is. She's great. She's
Yeah.
all around talented
Oh,
woman.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. So much fun.
That was a lot of fun. And yeah, the one act plays were a lot
Right?
of fun. If you didn't make it out, you missed it because they were a hoot.
They were so good.
And such a variety.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for what's next. Oh, what's next, Sharon? There, see? Look at that seamless segue.
Look at that. And I just want to let everyone know after the break today, we have a very special guest coming up. I do believe it is Sarah from Ski 49 Degrees North
Oh, exciting.
coming here to talk about
49 degrees.
49 Degrees North.
And they're opening this weekend.
They are opening this weekend with all this snowfall and all this weather
I'm
we've
so
been getting.
excited.
They're opening
And
early
we'll,
this year.
we'll hear the real skinny
Yes.
from her.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I
very
can't wait to
exciting
go
stuff.
up there. I think I'm not ready to ski yet, but I'm so excited to go up to the mountain and just sit in that beautiful cafe thing and just look at everybody coming down the mountain with the pretty trees.
Well,
Swish, swish, swish.
she's going to talk a little bit about the opening of the ski season
Yeah.
and what is available for people that may not actually ski, that just want to go up there and hang out in the beautiful
Yay.
cafe.
Ooh, it'd be awesome if they had like an inner tubing hill.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Wouldn't
we
that
can
be
ask about
fun?
that. Let's
Huh,
ask about
I'm
that,
looking
yeah.
at our phones. Okay.
I think you just have your text larger than and that way.
I know, but I don't have what we're saying flashing across here like we usually do, but you do, so at least I know that somebody's getting it on.
I think that's in the setting on your phone. You
Yeah.
can turn your
Yeah, but it
captions on or off.
always comes on.
Huh, weird.
So
That's
that
weird.
is weird.
Okay, technical issues. We'll have to solve these in the break.
Yeah.
But
So
at
are
least
we
we're
really
seeing the same thing.
ready for local, or
We
have
are.
we?
Yes.
We are.
Oh,
Let's do it.
okay.
Let's do it.
There's so
All
much
right.
happening.
Yeah.
All right, I've got calendars open. I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's go.
Today is Wednesday, November 20th. We start the day
With
here at
pickleball.
the radio, but then we go into pickleball if you would like to join them over at the middle school from 9 to 11:30. This evening, we've got your choices of excitement. We have bingo at Fired Up Pizza from 6 to 7. We have acoustic jam at Andy's from 6 to 8. We have city council at 6:30. And for the youth, we have wildlife at 6:30 at Guess Elementary.
What is that?
It is a organization that I believe it's a Christian organization that for youth, and they just do a lot of fun things. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
So it's like a scouts or like a
yeah, kind of, but it's
Huh.
yeah. It's for
That
all
sounds cool.
youth. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of things advertised, and then I've heard a lot of good things. So I thought, well, we should start including that tomorrow, unless you have anything else for today.
What time is the city council and where is that?
Oh, it's at 6:30 at the city hall. You
Oh.
go in the front door and go to the left, and they've been packed. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah.
Okay then.
Okay. Tomorrow, Thursday, November 21st, we have a packed day again.
Mm-hmm.
We have line dancing at the senior center from 2:30 to 4:30, and it's a third Thursday, so we have the Chewelah Valley Springdale Senior Club meeting at Valley from 10 to 3 with potluck and games. Tomorrow night is the free community dinner at 5 p.m. at St. Mary's Catholic Church. It's their Thanksgiving dinner, and it's
that's
hosted
cool.
by the Chewelah Faith Resource Group. They used to advertise it as 5 to 7, and one year I went just before 7, and all the food was given away. I got a roll.
Well, they at
Wow.
least gave you something.
So the next year I went earlier, and they're our friends, and you go there and you see all kinds of people going for that free community dinner. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then Thursday evening is Oasis karaoke at the Oasis. So, yeah. Do you have anything else for Thursday?
I think that pretty much. You got the food bank is open from 10 to 2.
No, I don't do that. That's your
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
gig.
the Chewelah Food Bank is open from 10 to 2. They did put out a reminder. So the following week, next week, is Thursday is Thanksgiving. So they will not be open Thanksgiving Day, but they are going to be open Wednesday.
Oh, good.
Instead. So they'll be
Good,
open
good.
the day before Thanksgiving.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Friday, we start the day with the Chamber of Commerce meeting at the casino south of town, 7 a.m., if you'd like to get up again early. Although
hear they have a
you
good spread.
you two
Yeah.
are up early, but you're on the radio.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you have adult pickleball from 9 to 11:30 at the middle school gym, and you finish the night out with Fired Up Pizza has all ages karaoke. Yeah, and what else am I missing for Friday?
That's what I have on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Saturday, I heard through the wind that Becky's
Pub crawl.
was having a pub crawl. Becky's
Yeah,
Becky's-
dog rescue,
Yeah.
but
You
I
have
don't
it?
have any details on it.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
All right, so that is the pub crawl and poker fundraiser. That's for Becky's Best Buddies. They're hosting the annual pub crawl and poker game. Those tickets are $10. You can draw a card at each location to build your hand, and the best poker hand will split the pot. And those locations are Oasis, Sporties, Fired Up Pizza, Andy's Sandwich and Sports, the American Legion, and Quartzsite Brewing.
So can you start
There's-
anywhere, or do you have to start at a certain spot?
I think you can go to any. I think it's just a matter of at the end of the evening at Quartzsite, you get your
Okay.
cards that you gathered at all the places, and then
Okay.
the best hand wins.
Well,
Very
nice,
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
And then the Warren Miller film tour
Yes.
is going on.
Yeah.
And that's going to be at the Center for the Arts?
Yeah,
Where
and
is
why
that?
didn't I write that
Yeah.
down? I had it in my mind.
So the
Yeah.
Warren Miller Film Tour going big for 75 years, featuring 10 all-new original segments and a stacked lineup of athletes like snowboarders Shaun White, Zeb Powell, Toby Miller, Danny Davis, and 15-year-old phenomenon. Dun, 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 dun. Wait for it. Wait for the screen to refresh. Waiting. 15-year-old phenomenon L.J. Henriquez, plus skiers Max Hitzig, Lexi DuPont, Katie Zelliff, Aaron Blunk, and many more. The film would take fans to powder stashes and shoots worldwide, featuring special collaborations with Selema, Sharon,
Masakala?
Masakala.
Masakala?
Masakela, thank you. The Real Ski-Fi, Sherpa Cinema, the Technically Doing It crew, and Framework.
And I'm sure we'll hear more about this when our guest comes.
When our guest comes this afternoon, later after the break.
Yeah, yeah. And I watched last year's, and it was amazing, the filming and the skiing that went on all over the world. It was just an amazing film. So it should be another amazing film.
Very cool.
Nice.
And last week when I talked to the organizer, she came in and they had sold already, I think, 80 tickets. So, and we have room for maybe 150. So you want to, I've tried to find out where you get those tickets. And we'll ask Sarah
Well,
when she comes in.
let's see, hold on. It was here. It was on the poster.
Oh,
I know the calendar's a little confusing. So it is at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts.
yeah, it is.
Because it says it's at 49 degrees north, and then it says it's at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts.
Yeah.
It has both addresses.
It's
so.
on
The
the-
organizer is 49.
The organizer's
Okay.
49 degrees. And then you go to their website, and you go and you click on the Warren Miller Film Tour. Waiting. Learn more.
And-
I know, right? And then you can purchase your tickets online or at the door.
Okay, well, that answers it. And those tickets are how much, Paula?
Well, $15.
$15, yeah.
Yeah, and doors open at 6:15, and the show will start at 7 p.m.
Yep.
So very cool.
Okay. All right. And then we go on to Sunday, November
Sunday,
24th,
Sunday.
All Ages Blues Jam. And you heard us talking about that earlier. That
Yeah.
is a very good music. And if you like to join them, they love to have extra people come and jam with them.
They do.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
sing, if you play an instrument, just
Yeah.
come on down. If you just want to dance, come on down.
From 4 to 7 at Fired Up Pizza. Also, I want to let you know that they're starting a cornhole organization in this town. And so it says you're
Sorry,
laughing?
I can't. I'm 5. I don't know. I'm sorry.
All
I
right,
was
for
gonna
all
go
the
with 8,
locals.
so
Invite friends, invite family, invite enemies, and take their money. It's official. The games will start this Sunday at 3 p.m. At 3 p.m. Those that choose will congregate at the old JMS gym. We'll be playing for dollars, so bring cash. If you for whatever reason don't carry it, then you can send it to my cash app or whatever, and I'll pull cash for you. And says, hopefully we'll grow into a fun event for the winter months. If you'd like to meet beforehand and grab food, definitely do. Maybe get a local sponsor and make a pregame hangout. And it says, if you'll be kind enough to bring boards, or if you have boards, please let me know. And this is on their Facebook site, so they can determine anyway how they can set up the teams. You have to have a legal board. I don't know what that means. It says if you have regulation cornhole boards and bags, bring your set. They plan on doing this every other Sunday throughout the winter.
Isn't it just like a board with holes in it? I mean, what is regulation?
Well, there's certain sizes and stuff, because it's not just your, they have little ones that you buy. They're just little tiny beanbag games. Yeah. But this have to be 2 feet by 3.5 feet or 4 feet or something.
Well, there's regulation size. Okay. You have to get the right angle to get the right slide on your bags.
Yeah. Now,
I can't.
Why are you laughing?
Okay, I'm fine. I love it. Between pickleball and cornhole,
Well, you could go down and watch at 3 p.m. on Sunday.
Okay, Beavis.
So I know, right? So what gym?
At the middle school, the old middle school gym, 3 p.m. this Sunday. That's the one on the highway.
Okay, that's where the pickleball is played.
That's where pickleball is played.
And who is putting this on?
Well, I don't know. It was on Facebook. It just says they're starting a cornhole.
It's the official Chewelah Cornhole Association.
Yeah. And I clicked on it, and it had all of this stuff on here, and I thought, whoa, we need to let people know.
Paula, cornhole is a very serious sport.
I can't. Oh, man.
People take their cornhole very seriously.
It's just like pickleball or anything else.
Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm fine.
And you're into the theater. People may be laughing at you.
I'm sure they are. I hope they are. Oh, my goodness. And then Craig does say that the Boomtown Bar for 21 plus at 49 Degrees has live music most Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay.
So we were talking about going up there and hanging out. We can do that. Yeah, see? Oh, our guest is here, and she's like, yes.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Okay, we'll finish up here. Monday, November 25th, of course, we have pickleball and no school for Chewelah students because it's teacher conferences. Your parents might have to go to school. And Tuesday, the same thing, no school. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all next week, those kids get the whole week off.
So if you're a parent and you haven't heard about the school teacher conference,
Surprise!
that's because your kids probably haven't brought you home the slip.
Right, they're hiding it.
So now you know. Go talk to the school and say, hey, my kid never told us about this.
Yeah, which is why you sign up through the district office to get texts, because I got a text saying that their conferences.
I'm guessing, do the teachers even send notes home with their kids anymore? Because
I don't know.
I would imagine. I know when I was in school, the amount that actually made it home were probably nowhere near 100%.
I have a very juvenile delinquent story. Would you like to hear it? It's quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so when you go to school for the first day, you have to have that form filled out by your parent, or they'll send you back home. Well, so of course my mom was an emergency room nurse, and she was tired, and I always forgot to have her sign it. So I just scribbled her name, her signature on my form, right? Handed it, never thought about it again. And then I might have played hooky, maybe possibly, and I wrote a carefully constructed note and carefully constructed signature that I forged from my mother's actual signature. Like, I spent hours rehearsing the signature. I got called into the office, and they said, I think you made up this note because it doesn't match the one from the first day of school. And I just stood there. I'm like, I don't even know what to say.
Well, I forged both of those.
Yeah, exactly.
One of our girls did a lot of that with her dad's signature.
Yeah. I almost nothing ever made it home for signatures. Not that I didn't.
Right.
I mean, most of the time I didn't really care one way or the other. They ended up in a crumple in the bottom of my bag, and I never saw them again or thought about them.
It was just an accident of distraction.
Yeah,
exactly. I
And
want to make sure people remember that we do have knitting going on Tuesdays over at the Center for the Arts.
That is you just took it right out of my mouth. I was just ready to drop that. And yes, and it's just started this last week or so from 2 to 4.
Yes,
at the
Darcy
Center
is
for the
back.
Arts.
Very exciting.
Okay, and then we have Thanksgiving break, and then we don't want to get into the details, but I want you to know what's coming up.
Yeah.
Like December 1st is the Joy to the World concert.
We've got so much coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were skipping over something that happens November 30th.
Okay, tell me what it is.
We have a concert right here at
Oh,
the
yes, and I
KCHW.
had that.
Yes.
I had that somewhere.
You have
November 30th concert.
There you go.
Right there. And I did skip over it. So tell us about that,
Tell
Chuck.
us about the concert, Chuck.
Well, this is actually a really cool thing. It's actually been put together by the bands that are performing it. There's going to be Two Stones, One Bird, and also Jacob Van Now with Ray Northwest. You saw them at the Fall Festival.
Yes, they were
opened up the show.
fabulous.
Yeah, it's really going to be a great show, and they've been in here changing up the sound equipment, making it sound really great. We have a big work party coming up this weekend. We're going to be cleaning up. It's a mess out there right now. We're going to be cleaning that up. We have acoustic panels we're going to be installing on the back wall to help with the sound in here. Yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend.
And the dance floor will be ready?
So
Yes. And
the concert on that day starts at?
the doors open at 6:30. Concert starts at 7.
Okay.
Those tickets are available on our Facebook page or on the Northern Lights Spotlight page.
Okay.
I do need to get a hold of Scott to get those up on our website. He's been on vacation. He just got back yesterday.
Yeah, I saw on
Yeah.
Facebook. He said my first vacation alone in a
Yeah.
long time.
So I need to get
Solo,
him
he called
to
it.
get those up on our website.
Yeah.
And I keep procrastinating. I keep meaning to get those paper tickets up for sale.
Get them
But,
out.
we sell so few of them anyway, and it's a lot of work
No,
to get
only
them
because
printed
they're
out.
not out. People just like, oh, Chuck hasn't gotten them
The few
out.
times I have gotten them out, I've
See?
sold maybe 6 tickets total since
2
I've
days
done
But
it.
before
that's
the
6
show.
people.
Right, that's true. That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
and how much do those tickets cost?
Those tickets are $15. And
15.
that donation goes to the radio station and the musicians.
Okay.
And there's raffles. There's going to be raffle items too, right?
Not for this.
Not for this one. Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay.
That's a good idea, though. We should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought there was
But we're not.
something
All
coming up
right.
with
Now
raffles.
can I go
Okay.
back to what I was?
Yeah, Joy to the World.
Joy to the World is coming up December 1st. Get your tickets.
Mm-hmm.
That fills up fast, and they only have so much room over there at the Abundant Life Fellowship. That's another $15 item. If you're a chamber member, there's their Christmas bowling party. You got to get a hold of the chamber. City Sidewalks is coming up, and I am amazed how much stuff is happening during City Sidewalks.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's going to be awesome.
You know, the farmers market's doing something. There's live music, dance performances, Santa, Chewville. They're having reindeer games at Bradley's Taekwondo, and it says our first annual.
Yeah.
Now, this sounds really
Even if you have a
fun.
bright red nose.
No, this is great.
You get invited to the reindeer games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says that you can target our friendly reindeer with Nerf guns in our forest.
Nice.
She
Or
found
do
full
cra-
body like reindeer onesies for the black belts for the older kids.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
And so they're going to be running around in the reindeer onesies, right?
And you get to shoot
And you
at
get to
'em.
shoot at them with your Nerf guns. And so they have carefully organized all the Nerf guns. They have 1,000 Nerf bullets, right? And so they are set. They are set. I'm looking at Xander. I'm like, you want to be a reindeer, don't you? The only curly-haired reindeer. So yes,
Yeah, and for $5 you get a whole cup of Nerf darts.
yes, it's
and
going to be
a Nerf
epic.
blaster. And then there's also elf activities, and the fee is based on the activity. So there's different games. So that should be fun, and it's ages 5 and up.
And then they're also doing the Lego build.
Yeah, I have that somewhere, I think.
There it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, Saturday, December 7th, is Pancakes with Santa from 8 to 10 at the elementary school. And
That's
that's a
gonna be
free
epic.
breakfast. And there's at Taekwondo also. Now, I don't have this in my brain. How are they going to have reindeer running around and people building Legos? Is it big enough to do both?
It's over 5,000 square feet.
Oh,
And so the
'cause-
reindeer games will be on the mat. And so you'll
Okay.
be on the wall where they have that the barrier
Okay.
that the people stand behind. So you'll be able to shoot at the reindeer.
Okay.
And then they have a backdrop, and they are going to have photos available where you can have your photo taken. They have lovely Christmas trees that I just dropped off yesterday from my stockpile of Christmas trees. I have them all over town at this point. And they also, and then of course the Lego competition will be in the other area of the dojo. So not on the mats, they'll be off the mats over in the, like by the second door on the side.
Okay.
I
and
really think they should combine those, and then after those Lego bills are done, shoot those with the Nerf guns.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Oh, can you imagine
but with that
stepping on 'em?
Lego, it's not just December 7th. It says pre-build competition starts December 6th.
Okay.
Right.
So you
And
do
it's-
need to know that.
It's juried, too. You can win
Oh,
money.
cool.
Yeah,
And
it-
yes, I can imagine stepping on Legos.
Oh,
I've
it's
done many
terrible,
times.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also that day is a Christmas bazaar at the American Legion. The Valley Warriors Against Cancer are doing that from 11 to 3. And they'll have hot soup, cookies, craft booths, and a silent auction. So you can just wander around downtown and be busy all day long.
Yeah, there are 3. Well, I guess that would make it 4 with the American Legion separate fairs going on. There's there's Chewville going on in the Aaron Huff Memorial Center. There's the Chewville Farmers Market.
They're doing
Christmas
their little
fair,
shop thing. Yeah.
And there's Santa's Sugar Plum Market.
Wow.
And
happening at the
I
same time.
heard something about them having a fair at the senior center.
I don't know if.
We have to double check that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know some folks have been asking about the senior center. I'm not sure what's going
I'm
on
not
in
sure.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I saw it
Very cool.
posted on the Chihuahua News and Information last week. You know, hey, come, we've got this going on. And I thought they said they were doing it again. So I'll have to find out.
And
Yeah.
Chewville will be inaugurating their new mayor for the year.
Ooh.
There's going to be a little ceremony, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the Grinch doesn't show up to cause problems.
You know that Grinch.
But
Troublemaker.
he sometimes does,
Yeah.
as the Grinch does.
So that just shows you that here we thought we were going to have a break. No.
No.
Chihuahua doesn't break. And
We had a break. There was like a whole weekend
Yeah,
with
that we
nothing
did.
on the calendar.
Wall to wall full of stuff.
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if you can see this online, but I have my Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Yeah, from
Reindeer
Stage
shirt on
Time.
from Stage Time, and I went up to Ernie's to pick up the shirts, and he's up above Colville, about 20 miles out of Colville, and he said Chihuahua's getting a real reputation for
good.
for having art and activities, and he said it's really getting well known. You know, so I thought that was
Nice.
really nice.
I've heard
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
Is it
cool.
Ernie's Printing?
Oh, yeah. It's Magnavis is the name of it. His
Okay.
printing, but Ernie Cagle.
That's weird because when I was a kid in the Tri-Cities, my first Little League team I played on was Ernie's Printing.
Oh, really?
Oh, how fun.
I wonder if it's the same Ernie
Huh.
from the 80s in the Tri-Cities.
Oh, you have to find out.
Okay.
Interesting.
Deborah Barbie says the senior center is occupied by the Republicans on the 7th.
Okay, that's
so
right.
that
That's right.
answers that answers whether or not they're having a craft.
Okay,
fair
yeah,
there.
I was going to say, it seems like the senior center wasn't available. So
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that? Like the Republican Party, or is that a band?
I
or-
don't know.
No, I think they're just having a meeting or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
All right.
and
Awesome.
That's
Okay.
what I have for local, and we have lots more coming up in
I was just
December.
gonna
But I
say,
don't
yeah.
want to confuse people. Let's just go with what's this weekend
Yeah, I
and
like
get
that.
active. You know?
Yeah. Like
But-
we wouldn't want to mention like the Christmas tree labyrinth or anything.
No, we don't want to mention that yet,
Not
even
yet,
though
not
it's
yet.
free.
And it will be coming up very, very soon.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
epic.
But
And-
that timing gets us perfect because we do have our next guest
Yes.
for the second half of the show sitting in the studio with us. We have Sarah from 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort here in the studio with us.
Yay.
She's going to be coming back after the break. We're going to have some news about what's happening up there.
On the mountain,
will-
it's going to be awesome.
I will let her talk about that. And then we have some goofy stuff, maybe some trivia.
Yep.
Coming up after the second half of the show. You're listening to KCHW 102.7. We'll be right back.
It's 8:02.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW. Chewelah, Colville, Kettle Falls. Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
The Public News Service Doe newscast, November the 20th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. Donald Trump joined Elon Musk in Texas to watch this afternoon's SpaceX Starship test launch as his proposed administration takes shape. That from The Independent. They report on Tuesday the president-elect named Cantor Fitzgerald CEO Harold Lutnick as the Commerce Secretary. Trump also tapped Dr. Mehmet Oz as Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services Administrator. His job is to work closely with Bobby Kennedy Jr. Next to New York, where the governor there, Kathy Hochul, has revived congestion pricing after a 5-month pause.
The program's biggest change is a $9 toll down from $15. However, this will change over time. By 2031, the toll will increase to $15 for all drivers. The program's mixed reception from New Yorkers is partly to blame for the pause. Renee Reynolds with the Tri-State Transportation Campaign says the program faced opposition from commuters.
There have been a plethora of critiques from folks in New Jersey who have complained about the cost of the toll, who have made claims that people are going to create congestion in other areas as they aim to avoid the congestion pricing fee.
An environmental assessment shows congestion pricing could increase pollution in the outer boroughs and New Jersey. Specifically, the Bronx might see increased soot from more than 700 trucks entering the borough daily, but MTA is spending $130 million on mitigation efforts. Congestion pricing will go into effect at midnight on January 5th, 2025. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
And the vote for president was close in Nevada. And now that the results are in, organizations that lean more progressive believe the reelection of Donald Trump could put much of the progress made in the Silver State in jeopardy.
Nevadans should take Trump's campaign promises seriously, says Shelby Schwartz with the group Battleborn Progress. She calls on leaders in Carson City and in Congress to stand up for their constituents, which she argues a Trump administration could target, from immigrants to people who identify as transgender.
If your values change based on polling, if your willingness to fight for the dignity of all Nevadans does not extend to our transgender siblings, then those are not values. They're talking points drafted in pencil.
Schwartz says she has faith in the Nevada legislature to pass bills that will uphold and protect the rights of Nevadans. But she adds the biggest challenge will be seeing what can make it across Republican Governor Joe Lombardo's desk. Last year, Lombardo, who endorsed Donald Trump, vetoed a record 75 bills passed by the legislature's Democratic majority. I'm Alex Gonzalez reporting.
A new report for the American Immigration Council finds a one-time mass deportation operation would cost the U.S. at least $315 billion to remove over 13 million people. This is Public News Service. As the nation prepares for the second term of President-elect Donald Trump, librarians are increasingly worried about his agenda and what it might mean for their bookshelves.
The conservative-leaning playbook known as Project 2025 would overhaul government agencies, cut budgets, increase censorship, and reduce civil rights enforcement, according to the Every Library Institute. Peter Bromberg with Every Library says it could spell trouble for public and school libraries when books are labeled pornographic for containing LGBTQ plus material.
What is getting banned as pornographic are mainstream books, are classic books, or award-winning books, even picture books like Entangle Makes Three, Heather Has Two Mommies, or a biography of Billie Jean King that's a picture book that's age-appropriate, but it mentions that she's a gay woman.
I'm Terry D. reporting.
And supported by federal funding, a nonprofit network is working to ensure Mississippi families have access to the food they'll need this winter. Our Daniel Smith has more.
Nearly 1 in 6 Mississippians face food insecurity, according to Feeding America. Adam Runyon of the Mississippi Food Network says the USDA has a program that allows them to distribute locally grown fresh produce to more than 400 partner agencies statewide. He says they started with 21 agencies in underserved northwestern Delta counties. The funding has helped nearly 5,000 families so far.
And it's able to serve about 200 people at each agency when we started per month, but we've been able to take on more agencies as the program has developed. And so that comes out to 4,200 households per month were receiving assistance through this program.
Runyon says they offer a variety of programs, including distributing food boxes to qualifying seniors and a backpack program for schools.
Finally, Ohio, among the many states where a majority of workers lack access to paid family leave.
A new report by Groundwork Ohio finds 3 in 4 Ohioans are employed in jobs without the possibility of paid family leave. This means many parents of young children face difficult choices between work and family. Even other conservative states like Florida and Texas have developed voluntary systems allowing private market benefits. Lynn-Ann Gutierrez with Groundwork Ohio says the need for policies that support families and their workforce participation has never been clearer.
There is currently a mismatch in policy and the desires of both policymakers and the people of Ohio when it comes to both the needs of very young children and families and the workforce.
The report was commissioned by the Annie E. Casey Foundation. Farah Siddiqui reporting.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here are some radio stations, big and small, your favorite podcast platform. Find our content and trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Pretty soon we're going to get to local. Our hee-haw music.
It's just a date.
You have a picture and I do not.
Yeah.
All right now. Come on, boy.
I don't know. Oh, there we go. I'm finally caught up.
All right.
Good boy.
It's a good word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back again to the KCHW Morning Show. We are back again after the break with myself, Chuck Ritchie. We have Sharon Ludwig, Paula Randall, and joining us is our very special guest from Ski 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort, Sarah Walters. How you doing?
Hi.
Not Sarah Walters.
Walker, close. Very close.
Walker, sorry. I knew that. I'm thinking our Dr. Jazz is Tom Walters, and I just had it confused. Sarah Walker is here from the ski resort. Good morning, Sarah. How you doing?
Hi, good morning. I'm super happy to be here, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's snowing on the mountain. I come down, and it feels like winter.
Yay, finally,
like that
yay.
So it was snowing when you came down?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yep. I don't know, but super early this morning before I even woke up. So I think we have 2 inches at the base right now that is fresh snow, and about 3 at the summit, and it's keep coming.
Oh,
and
awesome.
that's on top of what? What did you have before this new snow?
Oh, geez. Right now it's probably, I think we were at 8 on the base. I think we were more than 13, 18 at the summit.
Uh-huh.
So
nice.
And so perfect for opening weekend.
What's ideal?
Ideal is that, well, I mean, if nothing, no rocks, nothing, on the ground, just a good base so that it's just easy sliding, basically. And I personally like powder. A lot of people like groomed runs, so it's just really your preference. Yeah.
Very cool.
The groomed runs, you go a little faster on them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can slide.
Well, congratulations on opening. Tell us a little bit about that. What do we got going on this weekend?
So this weekend we're opening Friday, so a couple days here, and then we're going to jump right into our 5-day-a-week schedule. We normally, kind of warm up in the beginning of the season, kind of with 3 days, but we waited and we pushed off a couple weeks to allow the base to build up nicer, so we have a nicer terrain to work with. And I think people will be a lot happier to jump in 5 days a week.
Nice, nice.
That's very cool. Now, when do you normally open every year?
The first chair is at 9 a.m. You can show up 8, get some breakfast, 8:30ish, hang out at the lodge. We're still going to be open, but to jump on the chair, I got to wait till 9 a.m. And then the last chair is at 3:30 p.m.
And you said grab some breakfast. Do you serve them breakfast up there?
Oh, yeah. We have great breakfast.
I was going to say, when I took Sandra up for lessons, that food was really good.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So if I got up there at 9 o'clock and I was a skier, which I'm not, how many times could I go up and down in a day before 3 o'clock?
From the summit to the base, I mean, we have some people with record, 20.
Oh, my.
Me, I like to take my time,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it really depends. You can take from maybe 10 minutes to 20 if you want, to stop and chill, or if you want to play in the trees or something. It's really just a personalized sport to like how you want to.
But you can get your money's worth.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
20 times that. There was like the hyper kids at the.
They just go straight down. They don't turn.
At the slides at the pool, Like get down, go again, and run back up to the top.
Some people have motives to get as many times as they can in there, and it's pretty cool to see because you can show them. They'll arrive up at the lift, and you'll just see them 5 minutes later. You're like, what the heck? I just saw you. That's what they're grooving,
how fun!
And I didn't want to interrupt because that was great information, but I was actually asking. Like normally for the year, this is a little earlier than you guys would normally open, right?
No, actually, I think 2 years ago we opened on the 11th.
Okay.
And
wow.
So we're about a week and a half later. Yeah, we had a huge storm, I think, a couple of years ago that allowed us to do that.
I remember that. It collapsed the roof on my RV.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, winter comes with some special, unique opportunities, too.
Right?
Yeah.
And by the time the insurance company got around to getting back to me in the spring, there wasn't much left of my poor RV. Poor
Oh,
thing.
no.
Yeah,
It was wet and everything.
Yeah, it was awful.
Oh, my
It was
gosh.
awful.
That's terrible.
That's not why we're here, though.
I was going to say, we're talking about the
Right?
amazing 49 degrees.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
so pretty up there. I love it. I love it. It's just like beautiful evergreens covered in snow and the really beautiful runs coming down. And
So what about some of us who don't like winter driving? How are the roads kept going up there?
Yeah, so they actually keep it plowed pretty well and early. So before you even need a run up there, they're going to have it plowed before you get there. And we're on it too. We call them, if we think, they're a little late or something, we make sure the roads are plowed for everybody. I would suggest 4-wheel drive, maybe set of tires. Not entirely necessary, but just to be on the safe side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Are you
just
talking
take it
specifically through this weekend or all year, all season long?
I mean, it changes. Yeah, all season long they're going to keep it plowed, so you're going to be all right. Yeah.
Now I know we have been up there to the base of the where the lodge is in our Prius before during the middle of winter. So
it can happen.
I know it can be done.
Yeah. Step on the gas and.
But we have to make sure that the roads are very clear first before we can go up there. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Okay,
so
I
yeah,
have to ask.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I do. I have to ask. I'm interrupting you.
No, please do.
Okay, so like I said, before we got on the air, I told you we go up when we stalk 49 degrees. Not in a creepy way, but like an, oh my gosh, this is so cool kind of way. My sister wants me to make sure I get up to the lodge because she wants 49 degrees merch. So what are my options for 49 degrees merch?
Oh my gosh.
Right? Is there a lot or am I limited or what all can I get?
Not limited at all. Well, I mean, there's some prints like T-shirts and sweatshirts and things.
Yes,
okay.
T-shirts and sweatshirts.
Yeah, we have yearly prints that are only available that year.
I didn't
so when
know
you see
that.
something you like, make sure to get it. Or if you're thinking like Christmas, think ahead for whoever you might want to buy. I learned my lesson last year. I wanted to get a bunch of sweatshirts. I'm like, oh, they're gone. Enormous amount right now. They're just stocking it, and it's amazing how much they can fit in that tiny little space. And they're going to actually expand that. Since we have the Sprung, we're going to expand all the services into that building too. Yeah, so we're going to get even more and more, which is really great. It depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, no, she likes sweatshirts and T-shirts. She's down in Monterey where it's kind of cold all the time. So, yeah, she definitely wants a sweatshirt.
They have everything. They have hoodies, thicker kind, thinner kind.
I was going to say, I like a good hoodie.
I was going to say, I didn't know that there was a special one each year. Well, I have been missing out.
Usually there is. Yeah, you got to be on it. Yep.
Oh,
More
very
reason to come
cool.
up and have a snack, cinnamon roll, cocoa, and check out the Alpine shop. And you don't have to ski or snowboard to
There are
come up
cinnamon
there.
rolls up there?
Yes. and they're the size. I don't know. They're a good size.
Dinner plate kind.
I've heard of those cinnamon rolls
Oh
up
yeah.
there.
You
People
feed two
have
people.
talked about them.
this.
Oh my gosh.
And are they made fresh in house?
Right?
Oh yeah, you smell them. I smell them every morning with the bacon. It's ridiculous.
Oh, so you can go
Good
down
food,
before it's open?
cocoa. Yeah, you can jump in there at 8:30.
Like now?
Yeah.
Like I could go up now?
Oh well,
Like they open before the ski mountain opens?
no.
Like should I start like
Friday?
stalking the door? Like let me in.
You'll be
Next
hanging
time
out
I'll
there
bring you
camped out
cinnamon
until
rolls.
Friday morning.
Yeah,
Oh my
Friday
gosh.
morning.
Like it's a little Elmo doll. You go the night before, pitch
Right?
your tent. Yeah.
Pitch out my tent. Hang out. Be like, let me in. Okay, see I know. Okay, so the big white building, the new big building, right, what is that?
Okay, so we call it Experience Center is the name. It's a high-tension membrane sprung building. So have you been inside?
Nope.
Okay, so it's kind of like a super tough cut type of vinyl, I guess. You could say it's got a skin on it, but it's really just like these thin metal beams that hold it all together. And it took a year or so to construct that. But you use it basically like any kind of building. So you can build walls, and we're going to have some lockers in there. We're going to have some services, desks, rental. And so it's kind of an extension of another building is basically what it is.
So when I sign up for lessons and I have to get the rentals for my kid, I go there instead of downstairs like I used to?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that's
It's
Is that going to be ready? Because I know you took me on a tour of it a couple weeks ago. Is that going to be ready by Friday?
It should be.
Okay.
And so you had a report, or somebody gave us a report at Chamber about special lockers in there?
Yeah.
And that they weren't here yet. They were en route.
Yeah.
So tell us about those.
So these are modern day lockers that have boot warmers inside of them. So the next day, the next day you're going to have nice, dry, warm boots when you jump on the hill. So if you like a little luxury, I highly recommend that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Wow.
And it expends, yeah.
These are like card operated lockers that you can.
I believe so. Yeah, just like the ones that we have now are card actually as well.
And so you rent a locker for the year? Is that what happens?
You do have to be on a list to do that. But we do have more lockers this year than we did ever before. So
Cool.
That's very
they're
cool.
luxurious.
That is really cool.
I just want that in my house. I want to be able to
Right?
come in. Well, I know they do sell them. I guess I could just go buy one, but yeah, I'd love to have like an actual locker where I can put my jacket and all my
Oh my
stuff.
gosh,
and-
putting
and
your boots
and
here,
it's
not
safe.
putting your stocking feet in ice cold boots that have been sitting out in the cold, and then you have to get all exercise. You have to go down the mountain a couple times before you can feel your feet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That's
huge.
a thing. That's
Yeah,
a real.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, how fun!
Especially those ski boots. Because every time I ever try on ski boots or snowboard boots, they just like instantly create a bunch of pain. And they
You
put
may
my
not
feet to sleep. I don't think I've ever gotten
the
them
right
fit
size.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
would probably look at that.
Our all-rented apartment is actually pretty affordable. You can just try out some boots if you want to try the sport, or just see a different type of boot fit certain type of feet.
Right,
So if
right.
you don't know that, it's just like anything, like a type of glove or something may fit or work better for somebody than somebody
And there
else.
are
But
people there that help you and steer you to the right type and help you?
yes,
Okay.
definitely. There's a lot of
Okay.
technicians in there to get you where you tell them basically what you're looking for, what you want, your problem areas. So you just get cold really easy. They'll link you up with the right kind of gear which is very important when you want to get out there and ride. You don't want to be uncomfortable.
Right.
Right.
So, like, I shouldn't just show up in my pair of jeans and hoodie and expect
You
to go
could.
skiing for the day.
If you got, some time, you could buy or rent everything you need right there if you absolutely wanted to.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
And there are lessons and stuff available that you can sign up for during the day, or do you have to sign them up earlier?
I would recommend signing up earlier so you guarantee your spot. Also, you get discounts if you sign up earlier, such as tickets too and rentals. You can have, like the longer ahead or the earlier you RSVP, then the bigger discount that you get.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, we have lessons from ground up, beginner, or maybe coming back to the sport if you haven't done it for 10 or 20 years. And if they'll everything's included, your ticket, your gear. So.
Oh, that's awesome. So
this is good to know in case you have visitors from out of town, like your sister come in or something. Then she doesn't have to bring her equipment on an airplane.
Yeah, no, we definitely. Oh, and so you said if you haven't done it for a couple of years, like I grew up skiing, but I have not been skiing in a couple of years. So you get me set up and give me some lessons, and I wouldn't break a leg going down the hill.
No. They're going to start you on very pretty flat terrain, get you warmed up. They're not going to put on something that you're uncomfortable on.
They're not going to say, get on the chairlift and go. Have fun.
They'll encourage you, but you don't have to.
So along this vein, I have a teenager who wants to take snowboard lessons this year. What's the process there? Guide me through that. No idea what to do, no idea who to call.
Yeah.
Kid says, hey, I want to take snowboarding lessons. Go.
Easy, yeah. You can either show up in person in the snow sports center, or they do have a snow sports school. Sorry, they do have a hotline as well. You can call. Tell them your age, your experience, what you have and don't have, what you're looking to do, and they'll literally match you up with an instructor that will take you where you need to go. Say if they even plateaued and they're just not advancing, they will take you to the next level. I mean, they're really good instructors, and they make it fun too.
I know in the homeschool group, we were in Spokane, and we came to 49 degrees versus going to Mount Spokane. And there were a lot of kids in the group that had special needs. Obviously, they could ski, and there wasn't anything like that, but behavioral issues and stuff. And I called, and I'm like, hey, is this going to be cool? We've got a group of, I don't know, it was like 15 or something. And those instructors, there was amazing support. There was one-on-one for the kids who needed it. There was just unbelievable attention to just all the different things that you have to deal with special needs kids, and very respectful, very attentive. They were awesome.
Some of those instructors actually have that exact experience working with people that need some kind of adaptation, whether it's physical or mental or however. And we're actually expanding those services for more and more people. We're working with APACE, Adaptive Peak Equipment, and we're developing more and more programs for those people that need those individual requirements. And it's really neat to see them succeed. And they have so much fun. I like that group a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Because it's so neat to see that excitement on their face when they realize that they can do it and that they're in safe hands. Like that there's that fear, right? Different new things can be very challenging for special needs. And they're not sure how it's going to work out. And it was so much fun to watch. Just their success, just going down that little bunny hill thing, and that was before the ramp was there. Is that what that is? That ramp thing? Does it bring them back up?
The conveyor?
Yeah.
Yep. That's the flattest surface that we have with a little bit of slope, so that you can kind of just ease into it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Now, times are tight for a lot of folks. Speaking of all this, the classes and stuff, especially for younger folks, or I guess all ages. What would you expect to have to budget? What would all this cost us?
Oh, it can run from $199 to, if you really want. All the classes are actually online, so you can see what you're expecting, up to $300-$400. But those would be probably weekly classes. So if you really have the time and you want to develop your skills quickly, I would do that. Or you can get like a beginner package for $100-$200, get on your feet, know enough, and then to start, and then you can.
Is that
go
per
from
lesson,
there.
per week, per season?
That's an entire lesson.
For
Yeah.
the whole season.
Yes.
And that includes all the gear too, right?
It includes your lift ticket and your rentals. But if you have your own equipment, there's some lessons that you could do that are just for the instructor type. There's group lessons, private lessons. There's even clinics if you're interested. They have a women's clinic that's just for women that is about 3 times a year, once a month. I love that. They're super encouraging. They take where your level is. So if you're a beginner, then they take a little group of beginners somewhere, intermediate, and then advanced.
So you're telling me for $200, I can take my teenager there, get lessons, get the equipment, get the lift tickets for the whole season?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of, yes, and you can take, they range. There's so many options right now.
I mean,
But
for
yeah.
as
So
low
you
as-
said-
you could.
I was expecting it to be a lot more than
it depends
that,
on the
honestly.
age, of course, of
Okay.
your child. or
So tell us,
adult.
what's your website? Where do we go? I mean, I know Paula found it real fast, but some of us are.
Sure. So
Yeah.
it's ski49n.com. That N is for north.
Okay.
Just kind of shortened it a little bit. Yep, at the top there's a menu that says mountain services. You can go to what amenities, RV parking. We get a lot of questions about that.
There's tons of parking up there.
Yeah, we have
But it
5
gets full,
lots
too.
Plus.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because
We do have a bus, a shuttle. So if you
Yeah.
if you end up down in like the lower lots, they'll bring you up, which is super nice.
The homeschool dates.
They
oh
have
my
homeschool.
gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! I have to
So-
sign up again this year. Okay.
So you mentioned briefly RV parking. Is there RV parking up there during the winter?
There is. Yeah.
Wow.
You can have with power, without power. I think it's 24 with, 12 without. First come, first serve. So if you get up there, we have people that spend the whole weekend up there.
And that's the price overnight?
It is.
Or just that's
yeah,
about the
but the
cheapest
lower
RV parking
lot
I've ever heard of.
Well, the lower lot is free.
Yeah.
So it depends on what lot you want to be in. So
So
Wow.
how do you find
Yeah.
out when you
Obviously
go
no
from,
water hookup. Sorry.
I know, right?
no water.
Yeah.
You got
Be frozen.
yeah, electricity though.
Yeah.
But how do you if you have a kid who wants to ski, but you don't know if they don't know if they want to ski or snowboard? How do you help them funnel their right?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So I'd put that first what the parents would, maybe they have more experience with one or the other. But honestly, if you let the kid decide, bring him to a snow sports director and they will do some tests, maybe see what they're more comfortable with maybe. Or if they're like dead set, they want to be a skier.
Right.
You know, they'll give them a beginner lesson with those materials.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome! I should have done that. I just threw him into snowboarding.
Or like my kid, do you want to
That
ski
is-
or snowboard? Like, snowboard, duh. What am I, 90? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
That's
kidding.
how I started. Actually, I had that mentality when I was younger.
When I was
yeah.
younger, I skied a few times. I never really got very good at it, but I found learning to ski much easier than learning to snowboard.
Oh, okay.
For me personally, because
Yeah.
you have both legs, you can actually have
More freedom.
some freedom and some movement. And then when I strapped on a snowboard the first time, it was a epic mess. It was I did it once, and I'm like, I'm never ever doing this again.
And that's normal. I
Yeah.
think for a lot of people. For me, if I have too many variables in the equation, I'm not going to have a good time. For me, snowboard, one option, good to go. I have nothing flying off my feet. I just personally feel more comfortable that way. Some people can do both, and they're just fine. You know.
Well, I think I grew up doing a lot of ice skating, and I think
yeah.
I think there's a lot of similarities between skiing and ice skating, and snowboarding to me requires
True.
a much better center of gravity, a much better control of your balance, which I've never been great at. So
yeah,
still to this day.
Well, so I see on the website as I'm
Lessons.
exploring here on the website here,
Yep.
you have a daycare.
we do have a daycare.
My gosh,
And
that's
that daycare
awesome.
can also include taking that out on the snow, or they can just hang out in the lodge.
That's cool.
They have cocoa machine. The walls have bright colored paint. I mean, tons of toys. Your kids are going to be taken care of. In that
I love a
center.
cocoa machine. Have sugar. Now go play it in the snow.
I have to say,
Limited
That's awesome.
when we went up there, you told me you gotta try the hot chocolate.
That was the first thing I told you, huh?
And it's
Got
a
to.
machine, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, it's hot chocolate out of a machine. And then I actually drank it, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this is good.
It's good stuff. It's not your one packet type of cup. It's a
It's about
full
4
two or
shades darker than the traditional stuff out of a pouch.
Wow.
It's got this little bit of salty to it.
so good.
Oh,
It's
really good.
Well, so now
terribly
we have to
good.
go up, get sweaters, the limited
Right?
edition sweaters, and get hot cocoa and the giant
And a cinnamon roll.
right?
Yep.
Got to be protein in there somewhere. I'm gonna levitate down the mountain. I'm like, woo! Go over the edge.
So Friday morning, we're gonna end the morning show early, and we're just gonna go up there and
We're just gonna go up.
We got you.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
You mentioned it. Can we do a live
Oh.
stream from 49 degrees?
we can.
Oh my gosh, that would
you
be
want to?
so
Do you
cool.
guys have good internet? up there?
Friday? Yeah.
Let's talk. Let's
Okay.
talk a little bit that after the show.
Oh my god, I'm
That-
so excited.
That might actually be a lot
Okay,
of
sorry,
fun.
I'm a little excited. I get really excited. I'm so excited. Okay,
Love
fine.
it. That's a great idea.
If Craig
That would
is
be
down
awesome.
and also willing to give me a ride up there because
Right,
I don't
Craig's
think
got
I'm
the
going to make
truck.
it to my Prius on Friday.
Yes.
But
Craig is up there all the
he
time.
is up there all the time.
We could ride up in his truck. Oh, this
If
is
not,
a
I'll come
brilliant
get
idea.
you. So
Okay,
you
Right?
got to
Okay.
ride.
Okay.
I'm down.
I'm so
Let's do it.
excited.
All right.
Okay. Okay, other super exciting stuff. The Nordic Center, is that part of you guys as well, or is that separate?
It is. No, Nordic Center.
Okay, so tell us all about the Nordic Center, and if they're going to do their last year they did a check out the Nordic Center and test everything out for free day.
Mm-hmm. We do have those days.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you'll find all that online. If no one's been to the Nordic Center, it is on the left before you actually reach the lodge. It is no electricity. It's a little yurt, and it has a wood stove. They have cross-country skis, snowshoe, and some other equipment that you could just rent, or you can actually just come up and if you have your own equipment, you could do it yourself. Tons of terrain from beginner to intermediate. They have those demo days that you're talking about, Paula. They even have fat bikes too. Bicycle comes in. They have cross-country skis, snowshoes, so you can actually demo the equipment. Minimal price to see if you even enjoy it. If you like it, they can link you up with some equipment.
Now the fat bikes are those. I'm assuming those are for the summertime.
Oh no, it's winter too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a
Yeah, the
race
big-
actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They got some good tread on there. Yeah.
That's what I
they
do.
can-
Growing up living in Alaska, I had some roommates that had the big spiky tires with literally they would put screws in them.
As
the
for
winter time.
studs?
Yeah,
Wow.
and then they put the
That's
screws in. They
awesome.
put like a rubber coating around the backside of the screws so they didn't pop the inner
Yeah.
tube. And then, go all winter.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really fun to watch the race because they have about 20 people maybe all at once just go and they're hoofing it, and they have so much fun. Yeah,
sounds like fun.
That's
Spinning
cool.
snow out the back. It's cool.
I'm trying to find the Nordic Center on the website. Where would that be?
Okay, you're on the web store. Should we go back to Ski 49N?
I'm at. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm getting there.
So
getting
yeah,
there.
While she's doing that, I know you guys have a lot of events, a lot of activities. Again, for
Yeah.
skiers and non-skiers alike, going on all throughout the winter. Do you have anything planned that you want to highlight? Talk about? Or anything in general?
There's so much. You're right. The pond skim is always a huge draw for people. That happens in March. There's a Shimo race. We have downhill races. We have Jaggers Park Party. It's just all centered in the park. So pretty much anything, that if you want to be involved, you can. If you don't, you can just watch. It's pretty cool to watch.
And
So what about what's coming up this weekend? I know it's not at 49, but you're having the Warren Miller film down at the Center for the Arts.
We are. Yep.
Yeah.
It's their 75th anniversary, so
Yeah.
they're going big. Warren Miller, they do that every year. And you can come down and proceeds do go to a nonprofit, the Fast and the Rock, which is a youth program for 49. They have some food, some drinks. You can come out, watch the show. Should be a really awesome movie.
Yeah, I saw it last year in our building, and I was amazed at the level of the skiers coming in those down. Oh, that was just amazing watching.
I grew up not the Warren Miller ones, but growing up in the the 80s, all those really cheesy, corny ski comedy movies. What were there, like Hot Dog and there was the John Cusack one.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't Better. Was that Better Off Dead?
Shoot, I can't remember.
I don't know. A lot of his movies were so similar, but different.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, kind of talking about that kind of. I know it's completely different movies. These are more documentary style.
Right, right. There's some goofy ones. There's some more serious ones, and this is kind of create a lot of hype for the season. I think just watching some serious professionals that are excellent at the sport and just watching them.
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
Although
awesome.
I watch the reels on Instagram, and oh my gosh, seeing the people skiing at the very top of the ridge, and of course they have their camera on the stick, and so it looks like the ridge is this narrow, and they're like, and I'm just like, no.
It's a thrill. People go for it,
right?
as long as you have the right material. But yeah, they go on the very top, and then you got to take in avalanche and consideration, and all equipment. But it's really cool to see people just bomb down that with no other tracks. I think people live for that.
Oh my god, right?
So
and I'm just like,
pretty neat.
Yeah,
makes your heart
right. I grew up skiing in actually New Mexico, at Ruidoso, New Mexico.
Okay.
And there was a run that was right off the parking lot. And we always looked at that run and we're like, gosh, that's such a nice looking run. And we had never gone down. So one year we finally were like, hey, let's do that run. Well, it ended up being a black diamond. And it didn't look like it because it was nice, easy slope. And then it just dropped. And there was like quite a crowd of people that were like, And then you're looking back up the hill. How far is it to get up there?
Oh my gosh!
To get to another trail, and we did it though.
You survived.
Yeah, survived. I got stuck in the powder because the powder's on the sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you do the classic, swish, swish, swish. To kind of cut that angle and got stuck in the deep powder because I didn't want to go like straight down. And of course, there's little 8-year-olds who are going shoom, and they're just flying by, and
yeah. You should see some of the kids
no
there.
Fear.
No fear.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's a scientific thing. They haven't super grasped with fear quite yet. So.
Well, also, you can fall at 8 years old and not get hurt so much as 48 years old.
Right, and the distance from the ground is a little different too.
People are like, why are you taking so long? We've been down this run twice. And I'm like, I'm going to get down. Just give me, just give me my own time.
Right, exactly.
So tell us a little bit about the actual hill itself. I know, so again, I went on this tour and I had no idea there were that many runs, that it was that big. I've lived here for years and it's the first time I've really taken the time to look into it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing up there. You guys...
When you pull up, you don't see all of the runs. That's just a tiny portion.
Mm-hmm.
If you go online and look at the map, there's a whole nother basin on the other side. Angel Peak, you don't see everything, so you don't realize the massive. We have 90 runs.
Wow.
90.
90.
90.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know logically you're like 90.
And how does that compare with other ski resorts in the state?
It's the most and the largest in the northeast Washington area. Sorry, the second largest for patrollable acres. So the mass of it is just enormous. I don't think people realize there's so many options and terrain, types of trails,
I didn't
trees.
Realize.
Yeah.
I was blown away by that.
It's someday we'll have some summer services right up to the top, and you can just look around. You're like, oh my gosh,
that would be awesome.
Then
that
you
would
really
be
kind of
so
get
cool.
an idea.
That would be really, really cool.
I know we talked about you can't make any promises, I know, because it's in the future, but to be able to go ride the ski lift up during the summertime and get that amazing view.
Or even in the wintertime.
Maybe,
and then be able to not have to ski down. I mean, for those of us who might, gravity works a lot better on me than it does on like you, right? More mass, right? We just there'd be a bullet. I'd be that giant snowball.
It depends on how you're riding. But someday, there'll be just lifts up to enjoy the view, hang out,
and maybe go have a cocktail or a
snack
snack up at the top.
Hot cocoa.
That'd be
that'd be amazing.
In the future, anything can happen. They can have a little bistro. alpine slide, mountain biking is definitely in the works. So
I know because I grew up in Alaska in Girdwood, Alyeska Resort. They have this restaurant up top, and it's, like reservation during the summertime. It's like you have to make reservations. They have dress codes. It's like, like special occasion. Take somebody for their anniversary, and it was always a really special thing to go up there, and you can see the views. And
isn't that more special when you're looking over the entire mountain and the valley? That's just something different that you don't see every day.
Well, this map is amazing.
It's such a memorable experience.
Definitely.
I've got the trail map up over here.
Yeah,
Can you do
one
that?
of my daughters was married on Angel Peak, and the reception was at the lodge.
Oh, how
in the winter?
No, Heather, in August, about 12 years ago.
That's awesome.
That's cool. I had
We
no
do have
idea
weddings.
you had that many runs. One of the things that we have loved about going up to 49 degrees, especially for the lessons, was the attention to the kids, right? But it just, you go to the big, huge resorts, like in Colorado, and you spend half your time waiting on the lift.
Yeah.
And you don't get as much time coming down the mountain because you're just waiting in line. You get down the mountain and you're waiting to go on the lift. And it was just like here, it just seems like you didn't have that wait.
Right.
You don't have, that
There's really
15-minute
not.
wait.
No, you're not ever waiting 15. Even on
love
the
it.
most busiest day, you're waiting, I don't know, I would say 5 max.
Yeah.
Absolutely maximum 5 minutes. And that's if something's going wrong, So you're getting on that as soon as you get down there, you go right in line. Yeah, you're not waiting more than
I think that's the
So-
best. Awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
Craig has a comment. Craig McQueen Music says, I'm very excited for this year up at the 49 North. Thanks for joining the morning show today, Sarah.
Oh, thank you, Craig. We're
Yeah.
excited for you too.
And for
And
those
on
of you,
Friday, Craig.
For those of you looking online, I just pulled up, along with our camera views, the map.
Yeah.
And gosh, these runs are just all over the place.
Look at this run. Oh my gosh. Okay, so one of the things I love about skiing is I loved finding the long runs. So you're up in the mountains in those trees, and it's just magic. It's just unbelievably, it's beauty like you've never seen it before. And look at, this is an easy run coming from Angel Peak. Look at that run.
I think our longest run is about 2 miles.
Oh, I
a little
love
over
it.
2
Wow,
miles.
that's a long ways. Yeah.
And that is a nice run that you're looking at there from Angel Peak down. We call it the 48. I call it the 4800 road in the summertime. It's the best way to drive down, nice and wide.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a good run for sure. There's so many. If you like gladed tree area, there's left wing, right wing. Bugaboo is one of my favorite for powder. Everybody definitely has their favorite for sure.
And if you're following along with us online, looks like right here that I'm circling, this little tiny spot is the lodge. And this other smaller, or this other bigger, but still small spot is that great big massive parking lot.
Yep.
Yep.
So
it's incredible.
So do you have ski patrol that patrol all of these runs?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yep, there are boundaries. Yeah, there are boundaries. I think there's about 2,500 acres actually patrolled. And I heard back in history they actually used to ski on the back of the mountain. I hear these stories.
Oh, wow.
Like, I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not suggesting it.
Right.
But people,
Boy,
they
Lost
go
Stretch
out
Run
of
looks
boundaries
like
a little
an
bit.
amazing run.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at some of these, the ski lifts. Now, do they take you to all of these runs, or are there some of these runs that do you have to, some of them take the lift to one run and then ski to the start of the other run?
Yeah, look at
Are
the
the
bottom here.
are the orange?
Yes.
Or is that
So
lifts?
the red
Red.
red
Okay.
line is a lift. So
Oh,
the
okay.
longest from the center to the top is Northern Spirit, our highest. Our longest you can get up in 7 minutes, super fast, high speed detachable quad, and then to your left you're gonna have the Sunrise Basin area size, and you can actually park on that side and take up. So if you want to avoid all the hubbub craziness, I guess at times at the main lodge, you can actually take a left and go up that side on that side, take it up to the top, and they go pretty much anywhere you want from there. Angel Peak, there is a lift over there. You need to actually get up on Northern Spirit to get down to it. Same with Silver Lode, Payday. Wow, Yep, you can get to that right from the bottom there. So
I'm looking at the map. You're not. So
I know
I'm
it's
impressed
far away.
Yeah, you can't see it from across the room.
She knows
You got it. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty massive when you look at it, and I love going to the top and you go down to the Sunrise Basin. It's a whole new terrain over there. It's the other side of the mountain.
It's over here.
Total different view. And it's super quiet. You're not fighting, you don't have to watch your back constantly for people.
Yeah.
You're not competing with the space so much, which I love.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Well, that's cool. And what a relief is it this year after last year?
Oh my gosh.
Last year was a nightmare.
For everybody.
And this comes from, again, I've changed. Last year made me change my tune.
Yeah.
I've always been one of those people that grumbles about the snow. Rah, 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 rah. But after last year, I'm like, man, I do not ever want to experience a snowless winter
no
again.
snow.
That was
It is
horrible.
odd, isn't it?
And it makes the fire season bad, and it makes the spring awful.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, if it's going to be cold, I want it to be beautiful and white and wintry. And,
right.
Even just economically, what that does to our community to not have that snow is really impactful. And I think we all felt it.
A lot of people were very disappointed. But, I mean, if you're disappointed with the weather, it wins every time.
Yeah.
You can't change it, really. Well, we did the best we could with snowmaking, which actually made the base of it survive longer, which was the only and best thing we could do. A lot of ski resorts had that problem, and we survived.
When you guys managed to stay open all winter long.
We did, actually.
I remember seeing some of the videos, and there was, dirt and green alongside this perfectly little manicured little strip of white.
Yep.
Boy, those machines are amazing.
They put
The
out
snow
a ton
machines,
of snow. Yeah.
But even then, having to run those
Definitely.
that much, I would imagine it's a lot of extra work and a lot of
Manpower,
just to stay
water,
open,
electricity, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have really awesome crew, and then the groomers come in, spread it out evenly to any spots that might need it.
It seems like you've already gotten more snow than you got all year last year. Pretty close. Huh?
All year, no, I don't know about that, but we're excited. Yeah.
Yesterday I was just in downtown Chihuahua, and I was parked picking up a girl at piano lessons in front of the Ehrenhof. But I was noticing the two ski lifts, there's chairs on the two corners there. And it just it connected me with the ski hill. I don't ski,
really does,
so
yeah.
I have not been connected to the ski hill, except I have a daughter that works up there and have had kids who, skied and snowboarded. But just having those chairs, and what a great thing that 49 gave us the community those chairs, and they're all over town.
Yeah, it is a community effort.
Yeah.
It's something that people can go do. Hopefully, in the summertime too, pretty here soon. And it's just a place to recreate. And when you live in a rural area like this, you want to be part of your surroundings. And there's so much to do and to go outside. You don't have to be bored if you don't want.
Exactly.
You can get out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, and to see the size of the chairs compared to now is really interesting, I think.
Yeah.
So, next question. I'm afraid of heights. So, some of the chairlifts I have been on are so high that you're like, if I fell, I would die. I mean, you're just like, you sign off right now. Are your chairlifts like super, super high?
No.
Oh, good.
I wouldn't.
Right?
No.
But don't you have some kind of a thing that...
Oh, there's a
holds you?
drop-down bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
For Northern Spirit, you're in there when that drops down. You're not gonna get out.
You're not gonna get.
No.
I can't remember where we were, but I mean, we were looking down on mature evergreen trees. They were good, 20 feet underneath us, and we're just like in the air swinging. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people with heights, that's something that, I guess it's something else that you can conquer yourself. Not only skiing and snowboarding, but you can set out and be like, these people do this, and develop a confidence. That's part of lessons and things like that too, to get you comfortable on those chairs.
No T-bars?
Yeah, no. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy about that. There's a lot of fail videos that I've seen. They're just, they're funny, but
It hurt. Yeah, it's so frustrating. My mom was one of those people that just could not handle the T-bar. And at one point, they had a guy waiting because they had to go around a tree. So you had to follow the tracks around a tree, right? And they positioned a guy at that tree, not at 49 degrees. I have to say, this is not 49 degrees. And this is, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. But it was so terrible because it was trying to get up the bunny slope. It wasn't a chair to get up the bunny slope. You had to do the T-bar.
Yeah.
And she couldn't get up the bunny slope just to get around that tree. And they had a guy waiting for her, trying to keep her on the tracks and trying to keep her on that T-bar.
What's a T-bar?
Oh my gosh, it's a metal rod that comes down. It's like a spring-loaded connection to the line that's pulling you up the mountain. And you have to lean on it but not sit on it. And it goes, they pull it around you and they stick it under your bum. And it can either be a round disc or it can be the T, like a metal T. And you're supposed to hold on to the bar and like I said, kind of lean, but don't sit. And so what the instinct is, people will want to sit. And of course, it doesn't support your weight. So of course you fall. Yeah. And then the thing goes springing up like some kind of a shotgun, and you're like, wow. So you just hold on to it.
Huh.
And so, yeah, oh my gosh.
So you're skiing before you even learn to ski. I mean, that's craziness.
I've used those with the disc before, where it's like a retractable lead or something, and then
it has a little bit of
it goes and goes and goes, and then it catches.
And then you're
just like, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. It's a launch start.
Yeah, you have to be ready. So, I have to say, we have stories. Of course, the lessons will take care of this, but my family was not always smart enough to take lessons right away. So I remember going up in the chairlift, and then there came the inevitable question, how do we get off the chairlift? And I was with my dad, so I was okay, but my older sisters were in the lift ahead of us. Yeah. And I remember them turning around and yelling back to Dad, right? How do we get off?
Last minute. That's scary. Yeah, well, one good thing is they do slow down right before you get there. So they're not full speed and you just have to go with it, which is super nice. And you can flag them down like, hey, just stop for us because we're new type of thing. So they're super.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Now, for a newbie starting out, would you recommend going straight into the lessons, making sure you do it right from the beginning, or maybe rent some stuff, try out the bunny slope a couple times, and then say, I don't know, maybe I want to learn more, or
you have
maybe
to learn
this
how to
isn't for
stop,
me.
right?
Yeah, these days there's so much information online and people teaching you that you can watch videos even. I mean, the only thing videos can't give you is live feedback of what you're doing wrong, but they can give you a good sense. So if you're independent and you just, maybe work better just learning yourself, you can certainly do that for sure. If you want to know the proper form and keep in that format, our lessons are very affordable to get to that stage. So depends. And if you have a buddy showing you, I mean, there's so many variables with that too, or your parents showing you. Sometimes it's just better to put him in lessons.
As opposed to my very first time ever on a snowboard, my buddy said, hey, the best way to learn, go up to the top, to the highest mountain.
Oh my god!
And just figure it out and go down. And we rode the lift together, and he said, all right, see you later. And midway through the night, the slope was closed, the rental shop was closed.
Oh man!
I made it through about halfway through the show, the band that was playing in the ski lodge that night. To whispers, oh, that's the guy.
No.
That's the guy that was stuck on the mountain all night. Yeah, that was me.
So you're famous on your first day.
Yeah. Of course, the binding broke about 20 feet down.
That's right.
No.
And you can't ride a snowboard down like a sled because they've got the brakes that you can't. I wasn't able to deactivate them to just ride the thing down the mountain.
Right.
Of course, being me stubborn, I refused help from the ski patrol all night long. Said, nope, I got this. I'm good.
Yeah.
And then by the time they were like, okay, we're going home for the night. Are you sure? And I'm like, I'm good. And then about 10 minutes later, I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
I should have gotten a ride because it was a couple hours before I got down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
People ride down because they're just got scared all of a sudden. And they enjoy the ride down in the toboggan.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. There is a hotline number you can call. I started that way too. My brother put me on a board, strapped me down that was probably 2 feet too long for me and sent me down a hill. It was actually at my grandma's house. And so actually I rode all the way down. But as soon as I got to her barn, I'm like, oh, I don't know how to stop. So I just ran right into
right
the board.
Wow.
So
that's
it
the
was
big
fun
one.
for a
is
minute.
Stopping, right? I know that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Anybody who skis, the ski stories, they come nonstop, nonstop. The ski stories. I have another question. So when I had a child in the ski lessons, I followed your garment guide to the letter. I think my child had more than he had like 8 layers on, and so like, what is actually, because he had on his thermal layer, he had on his not cotton shirt layer, then he had on his fleece layer, then he had on his waterproof layer, and then he had on his coat layer, and then he had his balaclava, and then he had his gloves that went all the way up to his armpits, and then he
he was a little abominable snowman walking.
Was he like the little brother
He was
from
warm.
Christmas Story?
I think so. And of course, because I'm like, well, no, the guide says he has to have all of this stuff. So, I mean, it was on him the whole time. So, on hindsight, I'm thinking maybe there should have been there could have been so what is actually the guide that you recommend that, not 15 layers, but maybe.
Not 15 layers. I would go with 2. You want your base layer. The thing is, when you have a wind speed of 10 or more, and it's going to be chilly, you definitely need something to cover your face for sure.
Right.
There are days that it's warm that you really don't need it. What I always do is be over prepared. And then if I need it, sometimes I stuff stuff in my pockets too. They're super easy just to put an extra beanie or something that you need in there, or maybe a second pair of gloves underneath. You could do that too.
Would you recommend having those in a plastic bag in case they get wet?
Again, depends on the weather.
Yeah.
When you sit on that lift, everything does melt, so
Yeah.
your bum is, susceptible. But if you have the right gear, or just, honestly, you can find that waterproofing spray.
Yeah,
And just do that, or there's a wash-in type that helps a lot, so you don't get that soaked in your pants and gloves and things like that. So
Right.
honestly, a base layer and a good shell if it's windy, and of course a good winter jacket. Yeah.
My life motto is better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's 100% true.
But that's when I usually end up wearing
Yeah.
15 layers.
Yep. Yeah. Good thing is though, you can subtract some of that. For
Put
sure.
it in your locker.
In your nice
in the
new-
heated locker.
There you go.
Right? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
right?
All right, so we only have a few minutes left here. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you guys can all chime in here.
Is
These
this
are some-
trivia? Are we
this
doing
is
trivia?
We're
Oh,
gonna-
he
we're
does
gonna
this
move
to
into a
us. Are
little
you ready?
trivia.
You guys
Yeah.
will know
Is it
them
at
all.
least ski
trivia.
related trivia?
This is ski related trivia.
Okay.
Yeah, we got this pulled up. Some of these they go from easier to harder.
Okay.
Some of these are very easy.
Okay.
So I think Sharon, some of these might be for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good.
So the
Snow.
informal term for a rabbit is used for a gentle ski slope suitable for beginners.
The bunny slope.
There you go. There you go. All right. So Mike Wagley, I don't know if you know the name or not, is a pioneer of this kind of skiing, in which slopes that don't have an infrastructure to get you to the top are bypassed by this kind of flying machine. It's
Helicopter?
more of an extreme type skiing.
Helicopter.
Oh, helicopter.
That is close. That is part of it.
Helicopter alpine?
Nope. Go
Helicopter.
back to the helicopter.
Helicopter ski.
Parachute.
Heli skiing. Yeah.
Heli
Heli
skiing.
yeah.
I think it
Fancy
says it
word.
all in that name. Hell is skiing.
I used to have some roommates in Alaska. They used to do these big expeditions where they go ice climbing and they'd bring their skis and they would get dropped off and be gone for 2 weeks, like going through until you get that call at work like, hey, your roommates were involved in an avalanche. One's missing. The other's
my
in the hospital.
gosh.
You might want to leave. Yeah, we had one of those calls one time.
Oh
It was
my
very
gosh.
terrifying. Luckily, everyone was okay. Well, one was not okay, but he was found and he was recovered eventually. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Scary
Okay,
stuff,
next
scary
question.
stuff.
That's
Yeah,
terrifying.
right? Okay, sorry, I didn't need to go there. According to the United States National Ski Areas Association, what colored square represents ski slopes designated for intermediate skiers?
Blue.
Blue square is correct.
Well, 'cause
yeah.
I've got the
Nice.
map. I still have the 49-degree map right in front of me.
Yeah, but that one says more difficult.
It's
I see.
intermediate. Yeah.
Yep.
Intermediate. Then that says easiest.
They just
Oh,
changed
okay.
the
I get it.
term.
Yeah.
Okay, so what ski resort in southwestern Montana claims to be the biggest skiing in America?
Southwestern.
It's got to be something like
That is
Big
incorrect.
Sky.
You are correct, Sharon.
Oh, you rock.
Well, I'll look
at you.
Montana's a big sky
Big
country.
Sky Resort. Wow. So that was just purely a guess.
Yeah, it was purely a guess.
Good job. Good
Nice job.
All right. Let's see. We only have time for a few of these. So, okay. What skiing S word comes from the Norwegian words combined for slope and track?
What?
Skijoring?
This is an S word. It comes from a combination of the Norwegian words for slope and track. It begins with S.
Well, that's not the skijoring that they did with the
No.
horses.
No.
No.
I think of flags when I think of this. I guess, don't I think of flags?
No, it's only you. We're down playing.
Okay.
We need a better. We
Wait,
need
is
a
it
better.
just
You've got
skiing?
3 of us going. What?
Just skiing or snowboarding too?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Well, there's a lot of silence here. Sorry,
It's
our
slalom.
listeners.
Slalom.
Oh,
Are there
okay.
flags in slalom like
That's
when
for
they do the Olympics?
everybody.
They hit the they go
Yeah,
back
yeah.
and forth to the
Okay,
flags?
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And I got a question about that.
Good
They always
one.
hit the flags. Are you supposed to hit the flags?
No.
Okay. 'Cause I've noticed like every time they go, it seems like
Well-
it hurts because they get the flags in their armpit and
Yeah.
are they
I
are they
mean-
not supposed to hit the flags?
I don't think they try and get it's like barrel racing.
Yeah.
You know, you get as close as you can.
Right.
I guess.
I love
Definitely
that
don't-
you just combined barrel racing and skiing in the
Right,
same.
right.
You're
Well,
like,
I guess if
it's
you know what
like
barrel
racing.
racing is.
That's awesome. That is so cool. Oh, the Winterfest. We're doing the Winterfest like horse-drawn skier jumping thing.
That is skijoring. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's going to be done up at the hill, isn't
It
it?
is.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, the weekend prior to Winterfest, so it's almost like a 2-weekend deal.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Nice. Nice.
Super excited for that.
No, where I'm from, skijoring is usually done with dogs.
But you're from Alaska,
Yeah.
Chuck.
True.
To be
We do
super
everything
cool,
with our dogs.
to be super cool, you do it with horses. You want to have an animal that can actually hurt you if you fall under it.
You just hitch up to
So-
the neighborhood dogs. There's a group of neighborhood dogs in Alaska.
Actually, the Winterfest, I think they're gonna do a little demo of some sled dogs.
Oh, cool.
Down
cool.
here. If it works out, I think who wouldn't enjoy that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I have
be super cool.
one of my old roommates, good friend of mine still. He competes in the Iditarod every year, and he's taken second a couple times.
Wow.
One time he
Cool.
was in first place. He stopped to help a fellow musher who was in distress. Turned out as he was hitching his own dogs back up, that distressed musher went ahead of him and actually won the Iditarod.
Ooh, sneaky.
Yeah, it was.
That
it
is
was
so uncool.
There was a little controversy with that one, but all's fair in love and dog sliding, I guess.
Okay, so we have
The
this Big
nice-
Sky Montana resort map up open here,
Mhm.
and can you see it? Let me turn this so you can see it. Oops, sorry. Look at that.
What-
It is so big.
What is
I would
this?
get lost. I would be
Big
lost on
Sky
the
You were
mountain.
saying it was the
Oh.
biggest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I would be lost on the mountain. You'd never see me again. I would be in one of these little side places going, where's the lift down to the lodge, man? I mean, it would be. So I'm really, really happy with 49
with the
degrees and
simple.
90 runs. This is manageable. This is like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Hundreds.
Yeah, no way. Mm-mm.
I'm guessing they have different points at which you could get on the lift.
Yeah,
You know, there's
because
not
look at
just
this
not
is a
one-
yellow spot and a yellow spot, a yellow spot, and
Yeah,
way
no.
over here. They've
Yeah,
got
see,
a
I'd
bunch
get
of
lost.
them.
I'd be like, my car would be here. And I'd be like lost over here somewhere going, where am I going, man? Yeah, that'd be bad. Yeah, you can't leave me on a mountain by myself.
We got
Yeah.
you.
Okay,
Take
more
care of you.
trivia.
Yeah, let's do 2 more questions, and then we are running a little bit late, so we'll get out of here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go. I've been kind of scrolling through. There's a lot of these about famous people who have died skiing. We're gonna
No,
skip
we're gonna
all
skip
of
those.
those.
Skip
Yeah,
that.
we're not doing any of those.
Sonny Bono.
Oh, that was one of them. All right, 1972, Sylvain Saudon, who some consider the first U.S. extreme skier, was the first person to ski descent down the Messner Coulier on what large U.S. mountain? I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right.
70s?
U.S.
1972.
mountain. Probably one in
The
Alaska.
first extreme skier was the first
Yeah.
person
McKinley?
to ski down this. You are partially correct, but it is no longer referred to as that name.
Okay, gotta look up the new name.
No, you're
Who
cheating.
Who said McKinley? Was
She did.
Okay. Yeah, the name was actually officially changed about 10 years ago, I think. None of the locals ever used that name, but it was referred to nationally
Denali.
with Denali. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. Nobody in Alaska ever used the McKinley name. It was kind of almost deemed insulting to use that name.
You could tell a tourist, in
Right,
other
like
words.
Rainier is actually Tahoma.
Yeah, exactly. Same sort of thing. Only never really adopted as much as officially it was named McKinley, but the name was never really used inside of the state.
You know what would be a perfect thing for 49 Degrees to sponsor? My Christmas tree labyrinth.
Oh, come on. Now, the last trivia here. We're going to just walk right
We'll
over
talk after.
Paula.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to
evergreen
find one more good one here. These are all like names of skiers. I'm trying to find something that's a little more generic to finish us off here. Let's see here.
No pressure, Chuck.
Right,
Dead air time.
I know.
Dead air time.
I know, dead air. Okay. All right. So last one here. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time. These are all very specific questions.
So what's your
very
favorite
specific
run on
answers.
49? What's your favorite run?
Yeah.
Oh, Bugaboo.
Nice. Okay, now I have to
Bugaboo.
look for Bugaboo.
It was one of my first runs, and it happened to be. It's on the left side of the map there. You can take either Northern Spirit or Sunrise, and it's not terribly long, but it's super wide. It's got some hills kind of at the bottom, some trees on the sides. It's got basically anything that you could want, and it's a ton of powder.
Huh.
Great learning. Takes you down to this.
That's Bugaboo.
Bugaboo.
I like the name.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
catchy.
I found a great question for our very last question.
Okay.
We're going to try to
good.
stump you, Sarah, here. This is a 6-letter German S word, begins with S, defined by Merriam-Webster as a verb meaning to ski directly downslope at a high speed.
Death.
Sudden death.
That begins with an S. This is a single word that begins with an S.
Silly.
It almost sounds like onomatopoeia. Like it almost sounds like the sound that would go along with it.
Swish.
You are so close, Sharon. You are almost close enough. I might just give it to you.
Swishing.
Swish.
It is shush.
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 Okay,
Shush.
nobody going
Shush.
down
Or
straight is going to be
shush.
going shush. They're going to be going, ah!
I'm learning things. This is cool.
Get out of my way!
All right. So with that does end our show. We are running really late this morning. Sarah, I want to thank you so much for coming
Thank
down.
you.
It's
Thank
been
you
a
for
lot of
having
fun.
me.
Thanks for coming down.
Is
Great
there
to be here.
anything else? Any parting words? Anything you want to let us know before we head out of here?
49 related, we're coming out with a new discount program. So if you buy your tickets earlier, the better. You get bigger discount. That is new this year.
Mhm.
And grab a staff member if you don't know where things are. Things have changed a little bit, but super excited for the season. Going to be better than last season. Yay! So don't be afraid of the sport. Come up, and if you don't like it, we have music and food and some events to check out. So
And giant cinnamon rolls.
and
Out.
huge
And really good hot
Cocoa,
chocolate. We
right?
hear.
That's awesome.
Oh my
It is.
goodness.
It really is.
Next time I will bring some for everybody.
Cool. Okay, she's coming back next week, right? We're going to go see her on Friday. Okay.
All right. well,
Yeah.
thank you again so much for joining us. You can stay tuned right here tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. with Music for the Mountain. 8 to 10 p.m. is Dirt Road Blues with our very own Dirt Road Doug McQuain live in the studio. Then from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., we get weird with Planetary Radio, Sea Change Radio, Echo Shock, Total, which is the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, and Earth Date. We'd like to thank you all for listening to the KCHW Morning Show. We will see you tomorrow morning with myself and Scott. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Puppet dance. That was somebody.
Oh, yeah. So much